So in this video, I am going to walk you through my easy earnings blueprint. And this is what will help you ensure that your offers fly off the shelves. And basically, this is the blueprint that I share with my members that allows them to create and share offers that their audience can't wait to buy. Are you ready? Let's dive in. But hey, first, if we haven't met, I'm Lise Cartwright, founder of Hustle and Groove, and I have worked with over 1,000 creative entrepreneurs and helping them ditch social media and make daily sales. So in this video, we are going to talk about the blueprint that I use to share and sell offers with ease. And it's the same blueprint that I walk my members through as well. So we have already discussed what the first 4 questions that we need to answer when it comes to creating easy yes offers, right? We've already gone through that. This video up here is what you'll want to go and check out if you don't know what those 4 questions are. The rest of this video is going to focus on what you do once you know what the tangible transformation is going to be. How do you ensure that you create an offer that is such an easy yes for your audience that they literally can't wait to get their hands on it? That's exactly what I want to share with you next. So we are going to start at the tangible result section of this blueprint, and this is from the Tangible Offer Framework. Now, I'm actually going to walk you through a clear example so you can see what this actually looks like when you fill it out. And this is for my membership called the 1K Lab. Now, in this particular document, I have filled out all the questions, I've done all the things. So I'm going to share with you the rest of the answers to the next questions that are coming up. But the first one is that tangible result. And I wrote this out for the first iteration of the 1K Lab. So there's 2 frameworks. So the first framework I wrote how to create 1K per month consistently without investing a cent in paid ads. And then the second framework was create a 4-figure income business that consistently generates 1K plus per month in 90 days or less, or your blueprint to 1K consistent months. Now, this was the very first iteration. That has now changed, right? The 1K Lab looks different. So I'm going to go and share that particular sales page so you can see how over the last 2 years I have tweaked and refined this particular tangible result, because nothing is static. We should always be reviewing our offers every 6 to 12 months. So as you can see on this sales page, if you had answered the first 4 questions that we covered in the video that is up on your screen right now, then you would know that for full-time coaches and service providers who are done with income peaks is my ideal target customer for this particular offer. Now, that doesn't mean that other people won't benefit from this, right? Course creators, content creators, digital product creators, those 100% can also come into this. But I know that I get amazing results for coaches and service providers specifically, and full time, right? People who are full time or who are really close to going full time will benefit from this. But I wanted to show you what the actual tangible transformation statement now actually says. It now says from sporadic to systematic, generate $1,000 or more per month from your email list without the hustle. Now, this refinement has come over time because I have been chatting to my customers inside this particular 1K Lab membership. And I also know the people who are getting the results are the people who are doing exactly that. So that's how it starts to translate from the Tangible Offer Framework Blueprint document to your actual sales page. But let's go back to this particular document and let's look at what we did for the next question, which was, what are the key milestones? Now, the reason why this question is so important and will help you create easy yes offers is because if you can't clearly articulate the things that people are going to kind of tick off as they go through your offer, then your person who is looking at it isn't going to know if this is right for them or not. They need to see what results they're going to get, and it needs to feel easy. Now, ideally, you're aiming for 2 to 5 measurable milestones, and you'll know what I mean by that. Like someone can actually measure that they've achieved this milestone. So I've gone through and said, and this again was the first iteration of the 1K lab, which has changed slightly. But the first iteration was decide on the type of business you want to have, right? So they've got a few different options to choose from. And so they pick one. Tick. Add 100, 500, then 1,000 people to your email list. So if someone is truly just starting, then they would have gone for the first milestone, then they would have opted for the next milestone, and then the next. Very clear, measurable results. And then step 3, or milestone number 3, was develop your offer suite. And this is where they aim to have 1 to 3 distinct offers, if not more. And then 4 is monthly promotion plan created. And this is how they start making $1,000 or more per month. So that is how you can start to craft an easy yes offer when you're really specific about the milestones that someone is going to go through. And this is what you would then add to your sales page. So if we go back to the sales page, you'll get to see where we start to break that down. And this is just a little bit of my story. And then I talk about breaking free from social media and then how we'll transform your business from sporadic to systematic. And this is all the different milestones that someone is going to go through inside the 1K lab. And then if we come back to the blueprint, the next question is, how is this going to be delivered? What's the best container? Now, 9 times out of 10, when you are creating an offer, you already have an idea of what that's going to look like. But sometimes by the time you get to this question, you might have changed your mind. And there are so many different ways that you can deliver content. So originally, when I created the 1K Lab, it was going to be via a private podcast. Now, it was created and that still exists for the first iteration. And so founding members have access to that. But moving forward, I found that the private podcast just wasn't working. People need to watch the videos and they need to be able to access content in a different space. So I eventually switched this over to being a full video course. Now there's absolutely transcripts, all of those things. So someone could still listen if they wanted to. They don't absolutely have to watch the video. But a lot of the things that I do are screen sharing and sharing what people need to do. So particularly when it comes to setting up and creating offers and setting up and maintaining your email list. Those require actual screen sharing. So that's why I decided to do that. But in this particular scenario, I did this as membership. And then I put in the milestones again so that I could literally add in more of the tangible components that go with it, right? The actual tangible deliverables that also went along with each of those private podcasts. And then we go down into, what do you need your ideal customer for this offer to know or understand before they buy? Now, this is where members often get a bit confused about what I mean by this. And so sometimes they're putting things like, oh, they need to know that this is limited or something along those lines. But it's not that. It's actually, what doubts, misconceptions, and beliefs do you need to address in order for them to actually get to the point where they can make a decision to buy or not? Because that's all we're here to do, is help someone make a decision. We're not here to convince them to buy. We want them to know that this is the thing that is going to help them, yes or no, right? They need to be able to self-identify. So this is where you're going to want to make sure that you're addressing all of this in your frequently asked questions at a minimum, but then sprinkled throughout your sales page, you'll also want to ensure that you've done that as well. So you can see here that for each of the milestones, I'm also addressing all the different components that someone might have when it comes to, am I good enough to do this, right? Those types of things. And then lastly, the question that this particular blueprint focuses on is how you can make this a no-brainer from a pricing perspective, right? And this is where you can choose to value stack, and you might want to think through, what bonuses could you include? What other resources do they need? And this is where you could ask yourself questions like, what is something that they need before they dive into your offer? Can I include that as a bonus? What about when they finish the this, right? They've ticked all the boxes, they've completed it, and they're starting to get results. Is there something else that you might include? Now, that might be to go on to your next offer, but you might also have templates, workbooks, anything like that that basically helps them figure out what that's going to look like. So you can see here, I came up with a whole bunch of different options based on all these different things. And some of these I turned into bonuses, which you can see when we come down into here. So we've got how does this work? And then I've got what's inside. So these are all the tangible deliverables that people actually get. And then did someone say bonuses? Although this amount of stuff here is already stuff that I could say bonuses, but here are some of the bonuses that I include. One is a seasonal campaign planner, which literally gives you, I think it's up to 31 seasonal campaigns. So no matter what month you're in, you can go and look at the seasonal campaign planner and it will tell you you could do this. And then you've got a reason to promote. That's what that allows you to do. And then the idea generator toolkit is for people who are interested in human design and wanting to layer that into their business. And then that helps them ensure that they're doing things following their human design component. So that's how you kind of weave that in. So that is your blueprint for creating easy yes offers. And again, if you haven't checked out the Easy Earnings training yet, I would highly encourage you to click on the link in the description below, because as soon as you do, it unlocks a 15-minute limited time discount. So why wouldn't you check it out? Now, the video that is coming up on your screen right now is going to help you understand how you can create a profitable offer suite. So I'm going to walk you through what that looks like in this video, and I will see you there.